Long before written history, humanity looked to the stars with wonder. And perhaps with memory. Every ancient civilization tells the same story. Beings of light descending from the heavens. Teachers who walked among mortals. Guides who gifted us knowledge beyond our years. The Sumerians called them the Anunnaki. The Egyptians spoke of gods arriving on celestial boats. The Mayans, the Dogon, the Hopi, all shared visions of visitors from the stars. Were these simply myths or fragments of something we once knew? Across time and continents, these tales align: astronomy in temples, sacred geometry in stones, and symbols echoing mathematical precision. Coincidence or communication? Perhaps the ancients weren't worshipping gods, but remembering teachers. Civilizations separated by oceans, yet they built pyramids that mirrored constellations. They tracked celestial cycles with impossible accuracy. They spoke of knowledge given, not discovered. And when these beings departed, they promised to return, when humanity was ready to remember. Maybe that time is now. Modern science calls it DNA. Mystics call it light. But within each of us lies a code, a resonance connecting us to the cosmos. The ancients tried to tell us, we were never alone, we were never small. We are descendants of both earth and sky, matter and spirit intertwined. And as we awaken once more, we begin to hear their whispers. Not from above, but from within. Because the greatest temple was never built of stone. It was built of consciousness. And within that temple, the truth still lives. So as the stars call once again, listen deeply. The teachers have never left. They've been waiting for us to rise high enough to meet them once more. Echoes through time. The universal classroom. Consider the ancient world, its mysteries shimmering beneath the dust of millennia, its secrets encoded in monuments that defy explanation. In the shadow of the Sphinx, beneath the gaze of stone guardians in the Andes, and among the megaliths of Stonehenge, an unbroken thread persists: humanity's relationship with the cosmos. Stories carved in cuneiform, painted in ochre upon cave walls, and whispered in oral traditions, all speak of a time when the boundaries between earth and sky were thin, when wisdom flowed freely from the stars. Why did the ancients build with such precision? Why did they align their temples with solstices, equinoxes, and the rising of Sirius? Was it for ritual, for reverence, or was it a kind of language, a cosmic code meant to be read by future generations? Even the placement of the Great Pyramid, within a fraction of a degree from true north, hints at an understanding that transcends what we know from history books. Archaeologists marvel, mathematicians calculate, and still the question lingers. Who taught us to measure the heavens? Legends from every continent tell of luminous beings who brought fire, agriculture, astronomy, and writing. The Zuni speak of the people of the white shell, the Maori of Wanau-Marama, the family of light. In Vedic lore, devas descend to impart cosmic knowledge, while the Dogon recount the Nomo, amphibious visitors from the star Sirius B. Despite cultural distances, the pattern persists. Humanity's first teachers arrived from above, bearing gifts that would ignite civilization. The hidden curriculum, lessons in stone and story. Walk among the ruins, and you will find more than stones. You will find stories, encoded in architecture, mathematics, and myth. In Teotihuacan, the city of the gods, temples mirror the Orion constellation. In Cambodia, Angkor Wat's towers rise to mimic the stars of Draco. Even in remote Easter Island, the Moai gaze skyward, their silent faces fixed on celestial cycles, as if awaiting someone's return. But the lessons went deeper than stone. Ancient records speak of harmony between people, planet, and the heavens above. The Mayan calendar, the Chinese I Ching, and the Egyptian Book of the Dead all describe cycles of creation, destruction, and renewal. They warn of forgetting, of falling asleep to our cosmic origins, and urge remembrance. The Hopi prophecy speaks of the day of purification, when humanity would once again see itself as part of a vast, interconnected web. What did these teachers truly want us to know? Perhaps it was that the universe is alive, a vast consciousness of which we are a part. That the stars are not distant, but kin. That we are not castaways on a lonely planet, but seeds of a greater story unfolding across galaxies. Forgotten technologies, rediscovered truths. Modern science, in its quest to explain, sometimes stumbles upon ancient truths. Quantum physics speaks of entanglement, particles separated by light years, yet instantly connected. Biologists search for junk DNA, unaware that perhaps it is not junk, but a dormant language waiting to be awakened. Neuroscience explores the power of meditation, echoing wisdom that has been practiced for millennia. Could it be that the ancients, with their crystalline skulls, tuning forks, and sacred chants, were activating codes within themselves? That the temples, the labyrinths, the mandalas were designed to awaken consciousness, to tune the body to frequencies that resonate with the cosmos? The yogis, shamans, and alchemists were not foolish dreamers. They were explorers, mapping inner worlds that science is only now beginning to chart. The departure and the promise. Then, as suddenly as they appeared, the teachers withdrew. Myths speak of a fall, a time when the veil thickened, memory faded, and humanity was left to wander. Some say the teachers left clues, hidden chambers, encoded scrolls, prophecies for the time of awakening. They promised to return, not as conquerors, but as guides, when humanity was ready to remember. For thousands of years, we gazed upward, longing for contact. We built telescopes, satellites, and radio arrays, listening for a signal, a sign. Yet the real message, the ancients said, is not out there. It is within. The temple of the soul, the stargate of the heart, the resonance of DNA. These are the channels through which reunion will occur. The modern awakening. A new dawn. Today, a new generation hears the call. Artists paint visions of hybrid beings, children recall past lives on distant worlds, and scientists decode patterns in our genes that suggest interstellar ancestry. Crop circles, once dismissed, reveal geometric truths long known to the ancients. Meditation groups gather worldwide, synchronizing their hearts to the Schumann resonance, the pulse of the earth itself. Disclosure is no longer a matter of government secrets or distant encounters. It is the slow unveiling of what we have always been. As we awaken, the teachers draw closer, communicating in dreams, intuition, synchronicity, and inspiration. They remind us that the real contact is not with ships in the sky, but with the higher self within, returning to the cosmic classroom. Imagine a world where schools teach not only arithmetic and history, but also connection, where children learn to dream consciously, to listen to the voice of the cosmos. Imagine universities where physicists and mystics collaborate, exploring the interface between mind and matter. Picture communities that build not just cities, but sanctuaries, spaces designed to foster harmony, creativity, and planetary stewardship. In this world, technology and spirituality are not at odds, but partners. Energy flows from the sun, the wind, and the power of intention. Medicine honors both the body and the spirit, recognizing illness as an imbalance in the field of consciousness. Leaders govern with wisdom, guided by the well-being of all life. And every individual, no matter their origin, is honored as a unique expression of the universal story. The invitation. Remembering our place in the cosmos. The teachers did not choose favorites. They saw the spark of potential in every tribe, every nation, every heart. Their message was simple. You are not alone. You are not powerless. You are co-creators. The story of Earth is not one of isolation, but of reunion. A planet awakening to its place in a galactic family. As we move into this new era, the signs multiply. Unexplained phenomena in the skies, breakthroughs in consciousness research, and the growing sense of synchronicity all point to a threshold. The return of the teachers is not a single event, but a process, a steady remembering, an opening of the heart and mind. Each of us is a bridge, a point of contact between worlds. When we listen deeply, when we meditate, create, forgive, and love, we activate the codes within us. We become living temples, transmitters of light, participants in the Great Awakening. Full circle, the teachers within. So, as you look to the stars, remember, you are gazing into the mirror of your own soul. The ancients knew this. They left the clues, the monuments, the myths, to remind us when the time was right. That time is now. The teachers have not abandoned us. They have simply waited patiently, lovingly, for us to rediscover the truth they planted long ago. We are the descendants of ancient wisdom, the inheritors of a cosmic legacy. And as we rise, we fulfill the ancient promise to remember who we are, to awaken the teacher within, and to rejoin the chorus of creation that echoes across the stars. Humanity stands at the threshold, not of conquest, but of reunion. The forgotten teachers of old are not strangers, but reflections of our highest selves. The journey home is not a voyage through space, but a return to our own awakened hearts. In rising together, we become the living answer to the question that has echoed for eternity. Are we alone? No. We never were. We never will be. We are the story, the seekers, and the stars themselves, rising to remember and to teach once more. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Your support helps this community grow and stay connected.